Hey, Loon, what did you guys find in the fourth quarter that you didn't have when the game started?
We were just getting stops. I think first quarter, hit a lot of threes, and we were fouling a little bit. Nasri got it going. So we weren't able to get into transition. We weren't able to push the ball and get our play with our pace that we normally play with. And that fourth quarter, I think we got stops. The ball was moving. Klay hit some tough shots, and we was able to get out in transition and run.
Third time this season you guys have held a team to less than 20 points in the fourth quarter, less than 30% shooting in the fourth quarter. Comeback wins every time. Is that something you can bottle and take into the future?
We've been trying to do that all year, but we've been struggling. Sometimes, especially on the road, but at home when the crowd gets behind us, we play with extra little bit of juice, and we gotta take what we did today and try to carry it over and do it for 48 minutes instead of just for a quarter. We got the potential and the talent to be a great defensive team, but we just got to put it together throughout the whole game.
In order to have a fourth quarter that big, you guys have to conquer the emotions of the third quarter. You guys had a long scoring drought. You only scored 19. So how do you overcome that? How do you turn the page on something like that?
You just got to continue to know who we are, play our solid basketball, and know that shots are going to fall at some point, and focus on what we can control. We can't always control if the ball's going to go in, but we control the turnovers, the fouls, the defense, those things. We do that, we're going to probably end up scoring. And I think that's what we did in the fourth quarter, and that's how we was able to turn it around.
All of your guys' bigger picture goals are still out there in front, particularly if your main guys come back. Mm-hmm. But that's kind of contingent on surviving right now. How much, especially when you win these last two games, is that in your mind? How important this moment is for just I guess keeping the season alive in a sense.
We know every game is going to be important, especially at home. We've been pretty good all year, but we want to continue to keep that up. We have a tough schedule ahead of us, and we don't know when guys will be back or who's going to play each game, but we just got to go out there and play our style and compete at the highest level and try to win these games. We got enough talent to win. We showed that tonight, but it'd definitely be a lot better if we get some guys back. But we're going to try to hold down the fort, keep fighting and keep getting wins and staying afloat to try to make this run down the stretch.
Your numbers are up across the board. Is this the most confidence you felt in your career?
Definitely. I worked hard all summer, all year to get to this point. It's time for everybody to step it up, and so I feel like it's me being here for a while. Got to lead by example and go out there and compete at a high level every night and continue to get better. So I feel like I've been doing that, and I feel great. My body feels good, so I'm just kind of trying to go out there and win and compete.
Come on, along those lines, have you always been so even keel and unflappable, or has that developed since you went through so much early on in your career? And Steve says, whether you're out there or you're in for a burst or out, you just stay the same and engaged and ready.
It's something that how I always played, how I always been. Kind of just watching my dad. That's how he is as a person. So I kind of got that from him, and try not to get too up and too down. But, especially going through a lot of injuries, and you kind of learn how to be patient. You got to be patient. You got to wait your turn. And, that's kind of something I learned early in my career. And watching my guys ahead of me like Zaza, Bogut, D. West, those guys were super patient. They rode, changed from game to game, but they knew when they got out there, they always performed. So some of them guys I watched and I learned from as well.
Does that make you a better rebounder and just, capitalizing on the moment and being in position and just being ready at all times?
Definitely. On this team, especially playing big man, you got to always, be ready for different lineups. Steve's asked us to do different things. It was switching or being out guarding guards or sometimes just being in different defensive coverages. And so I got to be aware at all times. But the biggest thing for me is be able to protect the rim and be able to rebound and get second chances for our team. That's something that I think I can help us on the offensive end. And I've been kind of focusing on that. And that's something that me and Decky talk about all the time is just the rebounding and keeping the ball alive, getting our shooters second chances.
So the rebounding, 17 boards, what kind of impact do you feel like that has on winning?
I think it has a huge impact. I think last year that was one of our biggest strengths, especially in the playoffs, was our rebounding. Wasn't just me, but yeah, a lot of guys. Gary was a great rebounder last year. Otto, Draymond, Wiggs was great all playoffs last year, and that kind of helped us win. And trying to carry that on for the team this year. We've been up and down in that department, but with guys going out, with Draymond not playing and Wiggs not here, I feel like it's my job to try to keep that going and try to control the glass and get a second chance.
And when you're in a game tonight where there's 3 starters missing, there's been a lot of movement in the starting lineup. What does it mean to you that you've been one of the constants as a starter and you've been an Iron Man this season?
No, it means a lot for me. And especially, like I said earlier in my career, being in and out the lineup due to injuries and just not just being on such a great team, not having a chance to play. For me to be able to play every game and be there consistently, means the world to me. I think our team needs it. Other guys kind of been doing the same thing. Like JP hasn't missed a game, and Dante's always there. He had an injury early season, but after that, he's been there every game. And we got to show up every game and fight. It's been up and down, but we all take pride in being able to show up and trying to hold down the fort for those. Those guys been playing every game for years, and their body got a lot of wear and tear. So we got the young guys got to try to hold down the fort.
Hi, Looney. On defensively, especially on the read, he scored kind of very well, especially first 3 quarters. What kind of adjustment you guys made on the fourth quarter to shut him down?
We was trying to take away some of his easy threes he had in the first half. We knew he could shoot, but he didn't miss any in the first half. So we had to make some adjustments on our pick and rolls. Close out a little bit harder, and just be more alert on him. He's a talented scorer. I think we did a good job on him in the fourth quarter. When we made some adjustments, that's what it takes. Some guys don't get hot. You got to be able to weather the storm and make some adjustments.
Does 17 feel like a big rebounding game for you anymore?
Not really. 17 is cool, but 20 is always the number. As a big man, when you get to 20, that you feel like you did something. So that's always the goal.
Do you look at the leaderboards at all?
Not really. Me and Decky talk before every game. He just tell me to get 10 rebounds. So that's always the goal. I've been doing it as of late, so he's been trying to increase to 11 or 12 now. So it's something that just selfishly just have a goal to I always want to be one of the top offensive rebounders. I haven't checked in a while. I checked it before the break. So I'm gonna after a couple more games, I might check again.
Per game?
Yeah, offensive rebounds per game. Yeah.
Hey, come on, obviously you guys don't want to see Steph hurt, but is it kind of fun to see Klay step into the role as the main guy? He's really thrived in that role and kind of stepped it up for you guys this past couple weeks,
Definitely, we know. I always knew what Klay could do. I think everybody here on our team knows he's a special player. He's he done stepped up and carried us a lot of different times in playoff games and in the biggest moments. So none of this is surprising to us. We know what he can do. We're just glad he's healthy. He's able to doing back-to-backs now. He's been phenomenal these last 2 months, 3 months, and it's good to see. We're gonna need him to keep doing it to make this playoff push.